Hello, the Inkscape Mockup script is perfect for generating mockups in the versatile free open source application. The whole idea of a mockup generator was inspired by a mockup generator used by Alex Sheffy in Photoshop. Please check out his link in the description if you are a Photoshop user, and also to see other great videos he has produced. Links to all the content in this video will be in the description. In this video, I will be going through the whole process of Inkscape installation, script application installation, mockup preparation, design preparation, and running the script application. So as the package is downloaded on the computer, you will need to double click on the icon and you'll bring up the help wizard. You'll click next and it will give you the option for which directory you need to actually install, and you will continue with next, and of course proceed ahead with install, and the wizard will just continue and setting up Inkscape up to the point it is required. It will give you this option, of course, you will select yes, and all the necessary information will get installed into your course. Just have to wait patiently until this is complete in order for us to proceed ahead with the additional steps. Of course, now it's complete, and we select finish, and we have our Inkscape package installed. We proceed on to loading it into folders that was recently added. I can double click on the icon, and it should bring up the Inkscape window. Yes, it's all complete. This stage is complete. Once you download the Inkscape Mockup script package, you will have a folder containing the following: Mockup and Logo folder, an Inkscape script how to PDF, and of course the Mockup script application. I'll just quickly flick through the PDF as we're here. It's a comprehensive dummies guide walking you through the whole process as a reference guide. As you can see, you got various stages of the whole process with screenshots, and you can refer to them whilst you are preparing your design and mockups. Going back onto the folder, the mockup bundle has a variety of mockups and logos to be used for print on demand. It's provided as a bonus add-on. There's a one-off payment for a lifetime use of the package. If you think this can't get any better, I have a special promotional 50% discount on the package at £35 if you use the link in my description, and it is a fraction of a cost of mockup bundles that are currently sold on Etsy. We will move on to our next step, mockup preparation. With the Inkscape application open, we will select File and select Import. We will select our mockup that we wish to use. Open. A submenu will appear. We will have to ensure Embed is highlighted, From File is highlighted, also None's highlighted, and click OK. I'll introduce a mockup onto the canvas. Now we'll go back to the File menu, select Document Properties. we will have to resize the content to suit the canvas, so click that. That's done. Now we'll close this menu. We will now select our rectangle tool where we wish to place our design, and this can be of any size that we prefer. Happy with that. We'll select the cursor again. I'm not happy with the orientation, so I will rotate it approximately to suit the t-shirt orientation. Move the box to where it needs to be approximately. That's done. Now we'll go back to object menu, select object properties, that'll bring a sub menu. There's generic values for the rectangle. We will go back to object menu, select the group so it groups all the items together, and it'll give us generic values again. For the label, we will select that and input layout, which will always remain layout, and the ID will be our mockup name. In this case, I'll just call it mockup 1. It's important we select set at the end to store all the values. Then we go to the file menu and save as. This will be saved in our mockup folder that has been provided with the exe when the application has been run. And for instance here now, our mockup name would be mockup 1. We'll keep that as the same as the ID, and it's important that we have .svg at the end, and we click save. That's our first mockup done. We can create another mockup just by moving the location of the design box further down. We just alter the value of to number 2. We must click set, and we must go back to file menu, do another save as. Again, we must rename it to the ID name that we've given it. Click save. That's the second mockup done, and I can also have my design further up in the corner of the t-shirt. So if I just drag the box there and set it there, and I can have this as my third mockup if I wish. And that's my third. Click set. Go back to file menu. Click save as. And it's in my mock folder. I just need to change the value to 3. Click save. And this is all our mockup have been carried out and completed for this stage. Once our mockup preparation is complete, we are ready to move on to the next step, and that is design preparation. We will go back into the Inkscape application and go into File and select Open. We will go into our logo folder here, and in this particular one I'll just select the dog. I'll just use a dog silhouette, which is an S3G. Open that, I'll introduce it onto the canvas. It is very large at the moment, so I'm just going to zoom out, as so. And once it's complete, click the cursor. I will need to now open the mockup that we had created previously. So we will go back into our mockup folder, which is here, and we will select the number 1. Once that's selected, we'll click that open. As soon as it's open, okay, now we will select the actual box for our design region. Then we will copy that. We will go back onto the logo page, and we will now select object properties, which will open up the object sub menu on the right side. We will now copy and paste the actual boxes all around the logo. This will be in accordance to the amount of designs we want to create. In this instance, I'll be creating 4 designs, so that's what I am pasting 4 design areas. Once this part's complete, we will now click on the actual logo itself. In this particular case, this will be the master logo, so we will copy this and we will produce 4 copies of this, as we've got 4 design regions around the actual canvas. Again, each copy has to come from the master copy. These will be later on resized according to the boxes from the mockup. Let's move this down so it's out of the way. There's 4 of them completed. I will need to zoom out just to see visually the canvas a lot better. Okay, let's select the cursor. Now, having said that, as you're aware, the path is specifying those are paths for each logo. Now we will go on to selecting object menu and select the layers and objects. As it's not showing all the layers at the moment, we will hover over and all the layouts and the paths will be showing. The layout, as soon as you click it, it will go onto a layout and it will signify which layout it is. Click a path, it will signify which path it is on the submenu. So in this instance, we need to move the path and assign to the box we wish it to be assigned to. So I will move this path. You will have to get dropped into layout, and the path has to be above the rectangle box. So as that's been done on the first, I can resize this logo. In this particular case, it's like so, but I'll need to change it a lot more so it's suiting the size of the box. And we'll zoom in to do it in more detail after. And this will be repeated for all boxes and the logos. So this one will go onto this layout and it's above the rectangle. This will, I'll resize it now prior to introducing it into the box. There we go. Now we'll select this box. And we know this is the layout above, we'll select the logo, so now we bring it into the layout in this location. See, it's below the rectangle, so drop it back above. Sorry, just there. There we go. That's in that part, yes, that's right. Okay, now resize so it suits the design box basically. As this is done, and we know the last path will be for the last layer, which is here, and there we go. That's all the paths. This path now will need to be resized and located in its box. As this is done, we can zoom in now so we can, to look at it more detail. Okay, select the cursor. As you can see, the orientation of the dogs are not suiting the orientation of the box. So of course we can select that. I'm going to select the path and to highlight the dog we need to. Click centrally so we can toggle so that goes correct. Let's click path again. That's correct. I'm going to take the dog to see the orientation of the box. That's done on that one. And with that, again, since it's selected, it actually goes onto the outer box. So again, in this every instance, we have to select the path in the sub menu. Oops, that's gone. So, oh, alright. Explain. Okay, so that's supposed to happen like that. Okay, let's select up in that orientation then. Okay, you get the toggle going on first and then select the path. Okay, that's the correct orientation. So we select the toggle there, and then we select the path. Then we rotate it to suit. That's done. Again, we select the next box, select the toggle. There we go. Select the path, rotate, suit the box. Okay, that's done. We're happy with that. Okay, you can do some editing here in regards to the colors. So of course, we go to object, thinner stroke. Dark is the thinner stroke menu on the side. We can select a certain color. I'm using the color wheel here in particular. Oops, okay, we've gone to black. Okay, I'll go back, edit, do the undo, do stroke again. We'll go fill. Oh, sorry. Let's just do this back. Let's undo. Oh, yes, I understand. Okay, let's go back to the layers. I'm selecting layers on this particular case. I'll select the path. Then I will select object, fill and stroke. That was my mistake. As we've got that, now I can select the color wheel. I'll select the color dots, which will be anywhere here, and this allows me to change the color of the actual logo to whichever color I fancy in particular. And of course, the color wheel can be changed for this to be going to a different color, maybe orange or whichever you prefer. I'll just leave it as blue at this particular time. Okay, with this stage done, as you change your colors, all this is completed prior to the next step. We click on this is layers as a shortcut. You can always go to the object menu and do it through there. And we've come back to here. And now we must ensure, of course, the layout's done. Then we do have to go back to object, object and properties. Now each box is being assigned to its own value. With that, what we need to do is now give each ID for a design, and this can be simple values. It just classes M1 and layouts, and you must each step click set. That's done for that one. I'm going to select the outer box on this. It's got its own values, so I'm going to class this as M2 design. Click select, and then I'm going to highlight this one and classify this as M3. Click set, and then I'm going to go into last and final, and I'm going to select M4 and set. And before I move on to saving this, I will just double check by highlighting them. That's M1, highlighting the second one, that's M2, highlighting the third one, that's M3, highlighting the fourth one, that's M4. Prior to saving this, it's essential we just stay on the layers and objects menu on the right side, and once that's done, we can save this. We're going to save as, and we can keep it as save as. Dog silhouettes, or whichever you wish to name it. I will keep it as dog silhouettes, but of course it has to accompany a .svg at the end, and we have to save it in our folders, the obj folder. So if I go back to my folders, which is here, it's essential, absolutely important that it's stored in here. So we've got that, we save, That's completed, and this stage is done. So now we close this. We will be also closing this. Once all our mockups are prepared and our logo designs are prepared, we are moving on to the next stage of running the script and to actually formulate our mockups. We double click the icon from the folder containing it, and it will run the script. The actual mockups will be generated in our final image folder, which I'll double click now. And as you can see, they are being produced and the script is running in the background. So continue until all our designs are complete. And also at the same time, there'll be SVGs being prepared in the SVG image folder. This should be coming to a completion any moment. And that's complete. I will just double click on this and I will go through all our designs that were created to the variation of our location of our design boxes. That is all done and set. If you do like the video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I would appreciate that. Thank you.